as we move into the battle, what else can I say about this? Well, you're going to get to see a pretty good showcase of what this ship is and what this ship isn't. Unlike the other American cruisers, like the Atlanta, like the Pensacola, like the New Orleans, like the Baltimore, this is more closely related to the Atlanta than the others. It lacks the ability to punch you in the cruiser in your broadside on, you're too close for your own good. But even then,
Good luck and fair
probably just as susceptible to getting obliterated by the other cruisers. I've had my butt handed to me by a Pensacola because 203s versus 152s. And while the Pensacola is not, a battleship, it's still got more armor than this thing.
General quarters.
But the Pensacola has the same issues that this thing has, which it just gets citadel every time somebody looks at it. And that's what this thing does. What this is very good at is a support craft. It is not a standalone craft. This is not a, I can hold this flank craft. It's not a Baltimore. It's not a New Orleans. It is a bona fide hide your booty and try to do as much damage with high explosive as possible. Now, it has the ability to take a hit or two if you're tangled, but you just don't want to test it. You do not want to test it getting shot this thing, because if you do, you're most likely going to get citadel. I have been citadel so much. I have been deleted. And like I said, the good news is that even a citadel hitting against you is not the end of the world with this thing, because the shield is so ethically ridiculous. Now, I've already popped my hydro because we've got those destroyers been spotted, and look how much help our destroyer has already lost. Now, the Conqueror took a hit. That's quite a bit beating himself. But our boss has just absolutely got his butt whooped. And he's not long for this world. And that's going to leave me and this short horse over here to kind of hold this side by ourselves. There are 3 destroyers on this on the enemy team. One of them is on the other side, the other 2 are right here next to us. They also have a French battleship and a Colorado over here. And that's not preferable in this thing. I've already said it multiple times. This thing, you do not want to be getting shot, especially by armor piercing, and especially by battleships. And anything above a 203 is dangerous. Now, our boss goes down to their Kabuki, or actually the New Orleans Peninsula, I guess. But I'm about to get a shot out on this Kabuki. Just watch what this is good at. 152 millimeter high explosive, and just absolutely decimated the Kabuki. Setting him on fire, he's going to die. And there's nothing he can do about it. So 1 salvo, 1 kill, nothing. And that gave us an extra strike. And here, thank God we decided not to go for that extra coat of paint. Because actually, that probably would have been bad. Now, right about this time, me and the Shark Horse were talking quite a bit. And it's nice that he was talking as well, because this allows us to communicate even more effectively, rather than somebody just saying okay in chat or on the text wheel every time I say something. Because then I don't know if you understand or not, even though you're saying okay. People do things weird all the time. Now this Vincent pops out, I get the salvo out, Shark Horse gets his salvo out, and that Vincent was never going to get away with it. It's just, you can't pop out in front of all of us like that. It's just not a good day. Not a good day for you. I said Cogro earlier, I meant Vincent. I don't know why I said Cogro. But the Vincent and the Felucci gone. That allows us to kind of move up. Now, again, this thing is a citadel waiting to happen. It has just enough armor that you don't generally overpin it, and the citadel must be massive because every time you get hit, you get hit in the citadel. There's a New Orleans out here, and I'm getting ready to fire the front guns at him. I switched to armor piercing because I was expecting them to stay broadside on it. The Short Horse just makes him pay right there. Nice salvo. But of course, I go to one of armor piercing, he immediately starts angling away. He realized that he is screwed up, and as you can see, it is pretty much useless to fire MP at anything that's angled, because even the New Orleans is just like, really, you're shooting me with armor piercing. It's angled, you just can't do anything. 10 bounces off the side of that thing. It's just too small. Just too small. I know, that's what she said. And then we get Citadel for the first time. And look at how much health we can pull back, even after a Citadel. Now, I forget what the whole Citadel, how much you can heal back and whatnot, but you can see just how much heals this thing is fully capable of. And like I said in the lead-up video, this commander allows me to bring an extra charge. So I get 3 charges instead of 2, and that saves my bacon. Now, unfortunately, this match is going to be just like every other match that I've had in this thing, in which like the match is over before I ever get back to this thing the way it's meant to be used. It's meant to burn people down. It's meant to just be a war of attrition. Get yourself into a good position where they're not shooting you and you're able to absolutely skyrocket hellfire from everywhere. And as you can see, it's very capable of shooting over mountains, just like the Atlanta. Very capable of dropping nasty, high explosive, right on target every single time. It's got a better firing, better shell velocity than the Atlanta, or at least it feels like it does. It's very familiar as far as that goes. I have no complaints about how the shells fly. I have no complaints about it. It's just the armor piercing isn't good enough to penetrate most things at any sort of angle. So you rely almost solely on high explosive to do your damage. And when you're trying to hunt destroyers, unless they're stupid and just charge out and start shooting their guns and stuff, making it very easy to find.